Internet, welcome to this month's bullet journal setup video. We are in the month of May and this month is going to be a big transition month for me. I've got some major changes coming up in my life, which I'll get into when I step through this video. But first things first, this month I decided to go for a food theme. Because who doesn't love food? Not to mention Japanese food, which is one of my favorite cuisines of all time. I decided to go for something pretty simple so that I knew I could draw it, but I also thought it would look really cute. So over on the next page, I decided to add that long linear calendar. I think I've forgotten the name now, but I removed it a couple months ago and I've realized I really enjoy kind of having my whole month at a glance with any major events coming up for the month, just to keep me organized. And I really missed having this view, so I thought I would add it back. I just find it a lot more scannable. The monthly view is just not as scannable as a list in my opinion. And I'm including the sleep tracker for fun really, because I didn't really use it for anything in particular in the last month, but I kind of like having the overview just to kind of see what my sleeping patterns are like and if there are any correlations to how productive I am, so I think I'm going to keep it up for a little bit longer and see how. Then of course we have the monthly habit tracker, probably my favorite part of the monthly spreads. I'm making a couple tweaks to the tracker as I usually do. However, the two major changes for me were the inclusion of two things called quote and list, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and actually I've been kind of doing these on and off for a while now, but I kind of want to keep myself honest and consistent with them. So what are they? So quote is basically me collecting quotes that are meaningful, that resonate well with me, that inspire me. I thought what would be a great idea is to actually write a single quote every single day whilst I practice my calligraphy. And I will say that every time I sit down to write one of the quotes, I'm just in such a good mood, so it's definitely working. And then the other one called list is in a different planner. I intend to write out something equally uplifting. The lists are essentially things like ways to be more productive or ways to get better sleep or taking notes on a topic I may be looking at intently at the time. So either way, the whole concept behind both of them is to help keep my mind focused and motivated. Now I'm going to go back to the cover page and color in any of the black parts of the art with my Tombow dual tip marker. I wasn't sure whether to leave it purely as an outline or not, but I think the black actually helps enhance it a little more. And now we're moving on to the monthly view. This month I can go back to these 6x6 boxes as opposed to last month when I had to go to the 5x5 boxes to fit the entire month. So May is a pretty big month for me because I'm making a major life change. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know that I've been experiencing some level of stress and anxiety around my job. The reality is it's been going on for a good few years now, and last year when I took 3 months off work to focus on my own businesses, it was honestly one of the best times of my life. Looking back now, I cannot believe it took me so long to take the plunge, but I honestly think it was the step I needed to move into the next phase of my life, which is I resigned from my current job and I am moving on to a different job. And for me, this is a really big deal. I know for a lot of people, it's just changing jobs, it's not a big deal. But so the current job I've been at for 11 years, which is essentially my entire full-time working life. And this job has just meant so much to me. I have met some of my best friends. I have had some of the best experiences. I have traveled the world. I have worked on so many amazing projects. And it was really, really tough decision because I did not want to leave the company. I love the company. I love the people. I honestly thought I would be at this job for the rest of my life. I'm one of those people. I'm a very long-term committed sort of person. But unfortunately, life doesn't always pan out the way you expect it. The company went through a bunch of changes and a lot of things happened that I don't really need to get into, but it just left me feeling very anxious and it was just clouding my mind a lot, and I decided that it would be better off if I just made a move somewhere else. The other aspect is that my current job does require me to travel a lot, and that is very disruptive to running my own businesses and doing the things I want to do. So the new job I'm moving on to doesn't require as much travel. In fact, I don't think there should be any travel, which would be really good. I think just moving into a new company will just give me a fresh start where I can just kind of start fresh, where I don't have a lot of historical things bogging my mind and holding me back in terms of my mental space and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm just rambling now, I'm not really making any sense. And I know this might come up. As much as I would love to leave my job to go work on my own stuff, I unfortunately can't afford to do that. I still have a lot of bills. Like most people, I need to work because I have bills to pay, I have a future to save for, so I still need to work, but you just never know what the future holds, I guess. So yeah, that's the major change happening this month. I've been filming a vlog documenting my progress, just how I've been feeling, and like I said, I feel like most people listening to me be like, it's just changing a job, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal for me. My job is essentially my life. It's a big part of my life at least, and I really identify with it. It's a big passion area in my life, and the whole process has been really emotional for me. I just wanted to document it mostly for my own sanity, but I suppose if anybody else found it useful, then that would be great. But don't expect that to be uploaded anytime soon. That's probably going to be uploaded quite a bit later because there's a lot of other content I need to get out first. Anyways, I've been wanting to share something like that for a while. I get a lot of questions about my job and I always feel like I can't really talk about it, even though it's obviously something that takes up so much of my life. So I'm really happy that I at least get to share this portion of it. That does make me really happy. So anyways, I thought this time I would include my first weekly spread. It's going to be pretty empty since I tend to fill this out as I go along during the week. I don't like to plan too far ahead in advance in my bullet journal because I actually take this journal with me when I go to work or when I go out, so it's a very active journal. That is it for the May setup video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Selena reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.